All right. Telling you, followers. So let's do this live. Whether it's 1, 2, or 0 people, I'm just gonna film this live so there's no do-overs. And I want to get this off my chest. Seeing President 45's supporters, like, to see America has its first regime, which is disturbing, man. And for the most part, it's like marches are, when you're doing every week, is people tired, people are, they're doing it out of commitment and passion, and there's a distinct difference from people that are. It almost feels like a disconnect, like from reality when it comes to the banners and the colors and the spectacle of President 45's protesters. I don't even know what that is. And then you see people like create change and walk good LA, Black women led, until freedom, the poor people's movement, women's march, and it's like these are about these are about people, man. Even Occupy Wall Street is about getting people more funds. People. It's always about people, man. The average person. And one thing of being in mental health and studying, I know it's a fucking Band-Aid. Like, I try to make fun and make light, and 'cause to me, comedy is to make light in the darkness. And sometimes when you're trying to chase the joke, you lose the message, and that's kind of the forever pitfalls of comedy. And I always think of with comedy, you can compromise how to fucking say it. It's easy to tell a joke rather than get your hands dirty and put in the work. And that's something that I feel like as somebody that's a humorist, my instinct is to go the comedic route. And it's like the harder route is to go in the direction of actually being about some shit that changes the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but then the comedy gets more people. It is lighter. It's like, yeah, we can laugh. It releases tension, which is needed, but it's also can be used to be like, oh, they ain't serious. It's like, when I believe it's the most serious. Like it's the flip side of pain. You feel the pain, you crack a joke, relief the tension, and that's been the comedic strength, especially in Black communities. Is like we need the people that are funny, and it's the gestures and the big, like, well, you won't believe that shit, man. You need that shit when motherfuckers is working 13-hour days in freezers and shit, and like Tyson meat packing plants, and working like 3 jobs and shit. Like you need that person that's gonna be wacky and be like, you won't believe this shit. It's like cool as that dude, man. Thank God for this dude. He making me laugh and shit. But it gets away from what's needed. Also, is like one thing that Create Change was saying is the now. You know, is the now. And for me, I'll talk about voting, but I know it's not the end all be all, not by a long shot. And listen to Ice Cube talk. It's like I don't trust neither one of these parties either. It's like they've always come very short of anything involving Black community. But pretend like this ain't no historic situation too. It's like this is a regime, man. Like this ain't no left. This is not the typical right withholding help to the average American citizen. This is a regime. Like this regime has made everybody's life much more dangerous. Like we're already a paranoid country, man. We already pack guns because with our paranoia and cling on to all kind of shit. Like there's a reason why we have storage places. Like one of the big money makers is just storage. Just having a bunch of storage places. Like, you know how insane that is? Like we just cling on to shit and we just pile on stuff that we don't need. And then we fight for it. We need this. And it's like, we're not healthy, man. And even the religious greed is like, look, man, if you Catholic, if you're evangelical, like you got the Pope in 2016 that was like, President 45 is not Christian. The Pope said President 45 is not Christian. And then you let this man dishonor the Pope. And he called this man a disgrace. The president called the Pope a disgrace. And Catholics let that shit slide, man. So you let that shit slide. The Pope, man, the Pope. To build this man up, it's like you let the Pope get disrespected, allowing this man to ascend. Like you let a darkness into this fucking country, man. This country has already has its troubles, has its shit that it needs to be worked on, but we all agree we love this country, and there's things about it that are special. This is never gonna be not a capitalist society. That's the dumbest shit you can ever say is socialist. This is never gonna be anything but a capitalist society. The goal is always to make it a healthy capitalist society where people aren't just simply exploited, where behavior scientists aren't empowered to help capitalism, so people are driven to addiction rather than providing a good and service. Like that's a hybrid, mutated capitalism that's not healthy for the American citizen. So to say to say socialism is a bait and switch. To say socialism is socialism. No, man, we have radical capitalism that's out of control and that's unhealthy. That's where we're at. And we're at a place where no matter what we show, no matter what facts that are put on the table, like people can't, it's this going on. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Republicans have created a regime by supporting a man that is not healthy. The Catholic, evangelicals, the religious greed of, oh, I gotta have it our way, has participated into creating a man that's unhealthy. To the Pope said it himself in 2016, this dude is not healthy, he's not Christian. And we've opened the door, welcomed this man in, who admires dictators. The man admires dictators. What do you think a man wants to be if he admires a dictator? What? If you admire your artists, if you admire the Nelson Mandela, if you admire Martin Luther King, you aspire to be them. Our current president admires dictators. Admires them, wants to be them. You know what do you think? What does admire mean? What do you aspire to be? What do we see when a man stands and keeps creating this podium where he's above everybody and he looks down at his people, adoring people on some "Don't Cry For Me" Argentina shit? Do we think that's healthy, man? Is that fucking healthy? How do we save the soul of a nation, man, when people are so caught up with what they wanted? When you got Mitch McConnell, you got Lindsey Graham full of shit, and they know they full of shit. We know they full of shit. It's all documented they full of shit, and we still empower them. How we ever gonna get to a system that works for all of America? When the Republicans back a dude, you go to the when they were going back and forth, when where it was like 10 Republicans trying to run for office, every one of them said exactly what people are saying now about this president. Every one of them. And now they're either scared, they're cowards. Those mean the same thing, right? But they're scared, they're cowards, or they have something that they're getting out of it. That's the Republican Party right now. And most of the Democrats are corporate. They're toe to line. They're soft. And thank God there's like 10% of them that have some balls that are fighting for regular people, man. The most dangerous politician is a politician that has came from the same ground you've come from. I went to the same public schools. Worked at the same offices, worked at the same bars. They are you. The reason why entertainers are so dangerous is because entertainers found a way to make a life even though they came from the same place you came from. The reason why you connect with the music, with the art that they make is because they're from you. They are you. They represent you. They are, and that's what makes an entertainer. That's what makes a comedian. That's what makes a singer. That's what makes a rapper so fucking dangerous, because they came from those streets, man. while most politicians are groomed and they're from those private schools, from elementary to and then they go to the most prestigious college, it's like they are more disconnected to your needs than that rapper is who from the same streets, but now they have funds and they've seen the world like we haven't seen the world. I still haven't seen the world. It's like you have entertainers who represent you, who rap. There's a reason why you connect with them, because they see the world. They saw it when there was nothing. They saw it when banging on pots and pans, man. Fucking going to the park, hoping a nigga don't get shot. Like they live that shit. So they are more dangerous to a politician, because if the regular person knew how much the artist actually connects with their life, and they would give them more of an ear than a politician, that's fucking dangerous. Because they would know, it's like, oh wait, this dude is not just saying stuff, and why are politicians telling me not to listen to the people I look up to? While our president looks up to dictators, man. And we reached a place where, yo, if we talking about radical left and this Antifa, it's like when we not even listening to the people that actually study these groups, like that's unhealthy, man. You got the FBI director. These are facts. That's what's fucking where we're at with this country, is like the administration that entered, that ushered in alternative facts, that destabilize a constitution that's about freedom of press, is like, it's every move is just dictator moves, man. You got military. The dude wanted to do a military parade. What the fuck is more dictator shit than that? He backed off protests just to take a picture with the Bible that the Pope told you this dude is not Christian. The Pope. The fucking Pope. Now we got and yesterday, Saturday, you got black and brown, right? Black and brown people at the White House. The next day after, or not the next day, but the same site, and this is already talked about, but the same site of where an outbreak happened. Like, you ever have the flu and invite somebody and invite all your coworkers over because you want to get favor from them, and you coughing and hacking up shit? Yeah, me neither. Like, I would never invite people over to my place if I got the flu. That'd be on some selfish shit. And then why is Armenia not getting more love than they getting, man? Like, the oldest Christian country in America, you know, hey, like the Christian, if you black, the chances are you Christian, and we got the oldest Christian country where the mega churches, like this is one of the places where it's like Noah's Ark, traces of Noah's Ark's been found. You know, the place where it's thought Adam and Eve, with the setting of Adam and Eve, like this is historic Christian country. I donated what I could. This shit is. You can't get into religious beefs, man, because it's like it's so ancient. But all you can do is respond when something is just foul. And the timing of attacking Armenia right now, where America is weak, China has outflanked us. Dictators are salivating, hoping to God President 45 wins. Like the attack of Armenia right now is very convenient, very strategic. Now let's get back to Black America. This dude has made Black America more unsafe. Like now we're not even talking about police brutality, which is what the focus was about. Hey, let's reimagine, let's reallocate funds, let's take the stress off these police officers, let's get mental health implemented into the streets. Let's if you in California, other places where homelessness is a problem, let's focus on that so the police officers aren't showing up and just getting the homeless people from one place to another. Now it's somehow all twisted into radical left shit. It's like, and it's never been about that. It's the people, man. There's a reason why just in California alone, there's like 8 different groups trying to help people. And the socialist bullshit, this is never not going to be a capitalist society. Like we love, like I love competition, real competition. Not when the deck is stacked against the average person. Like regular capitalism with that doesn't allow people to rig the system is great. You can work your ass up, move up, see the work you get. It's like a video game, man. Level up. But the shit is rigged because people don't like losing. And that's greed. Like, so if you get any up, if somebody passed down money to you, like, do you want to lose? And you got a way not to lose? It's like, there's no way. That would go against nature. So it's like, so you have to have some kind of capitalism that works for everybody. That's not socialism. Shit, I'm all over the place. Black America, man. I've put my life online several times, man, in so many different ways. It's like, I feel like at this point, it's not even about being willing to lay your life down. It's wanting to see something change. And figuring out what that looks like rather than just, I'm going to give my life for this shit. Yeah, like, I mean, being a martyr, it's so much bigger than that shit. Because even if you a martyr, even if you give your life to the cause, that shit can just be rewritten. Like, so it's not even about this. It's focusing on what's the goal, man. How do you build a better society? How do you not allow the people who are abusive to be at the head of the table. Like, we have an abusive president. Like, America's in an abusive relationship right now. Either it preaches hate or love. And it's manipulative love. Like that black and brown shit that he was doing yesterday, that wasn't love, man. On the first level, you would say, okay, he's just trying to get more votes from the black community, and the black and brown community. He's also trying to show diversity, which he did. It's diverse as a diverse group of people. And the first thing you would think is he's just trying to get votes, right? Just trying to just shave off Biden and Kamala Harris's impact. But then if you look past it, it's like the dude just made Black America very unsafe. We used to that shit. It's not new, but he just cranked it up. We've grown up knowing neighborhoods we go to we might not make it out of. That's not new for us. It's not new for me. It's not new for a lot of my friends. He just cranked it up. So what actually is brilliant, because we making fun of this, like that's the humorous part of it, is like, oh, let's make fun of all these black and brown people at his barbecue, his little picnic, while he got a cold and shit, while he got the virus. It's easy to make fun of that, but then you look at it, you're like, oh shit, Department of Homeland Security just gave $750,000 to Life After Hate. That's a group that's trained to try to de-radicalize the far right. They're trained. That's their mission. And until yesterday, I didn't know who the fuck they were. Life After Hate. But after Trump makes these comments that empowers the white supremacist groups, now the Department of Homeland Security has to quietly give $750,000 to this group, Life After Hate, to help them, because they know what's coming. Because they know that this dude is breeding, is simmering, is got this country just simmering, man. Like, no president has stoked so much bullshit and put so much on the American lives than this guy, than this unhealthy human being who the Pope called out himself, who how many groups, how many people you get why David Duke from the KKK was so happy, you know? Like, you get that. Like 4 years later, you see why he was so happy. Like, and a president that would choose a devout, actual anarchist. Like, you hear people use that phrase, anarchy in the streets is gonna be anarchy. Without law and order is gonna be anarchy. And there's never going to be a time without law and order. It's a law and order that includes Black America, that includes Black and brown, like where law and order is created to include us, not to keep us in our place, Like when I hear law and order, I hear nigga, stay in your place. So it's to recreate a law and order where it's like we're all a part of it. I hope America does see what we look like. This I feel like this group has something going, man. Life after hate. Like I want to know what life after hate looks like for this country, man. Because this ain't it.